Welcome back to Easy-Peasy English. My name is Christine, and this is the second part of our pronunciation training series. If you missed part one, where we focused on the A sounds, be sure to check that out first. Today, we'll discuss the vowel E and learn the different sounds it can produce in words. One of the first things that students encounter is the concept of long and short vowel sounds, especially with E. The short makes the vowel sound as in met, pet, bed, and pen. To make the short sound, relax your mouth and open it slightly. Keep your tongue low in your mouth and make a sound like similar to the sound you make when you say bet or bed. Let's listen closely to these words and practice the short sound together. Let, man, jet, peg, egg, pencil, elbow, breath, threat. There are two main ways to create the short sound. First, we have words that use just the letter E. In these three-letter words, the vowel E is placed between the consonants. For example, you can see it in words like led, wet, ted, and fed. The second way is with words that use the EA combination to make the short sound. Some examples of these words include head, bread, weather, and ready. Have you noticed anything interesting? You might have realized that we don't stress the vowel E in these cases, which is why it sounds softer. Next, we have long E. There are several ways to produce the long E sound. First, we have words that use just the letter E to create the long E sound. This spelling often appears in words that start with the prefixes re, b, and d. For example, think of words like recess, between, evening, and delight. Next are words that use E to spell the long E sound. You'll usually find this combination in the middle of a word and sometimes at the end. Examples: meet, free, tree, three, need, seem, creep, beer. Then we have the words that use EA for the long E sound. A few examples of these are year, season, reason, breathe, peach, and speak. Another way to spell the long E sound is with the split diagraph E. In this case, you'll find an E in the middle of the word and another E at the end. Some examples include extreme, severe, theme, delete, these, sincere, Japanese, and Chinese. Now, we also have words that use the letter Y at the end to create the long E sound. Examples: empty, Gary, 30, glory, merry, cherry, and windy. In addition, some words use the diagraph IE to spell the long E sound. For instance, you can find it in words like relieved, believe, and brief. There are also words that use EI for the long E sound. Remember, the I before E rule doesn't apply after the letter C. Some examples are conceive, receive, perceive, receipt, and ceiling. To produce a sharp sound for the long E, you need to stress the vowel, which is why we call them long E vowel words. Now, regarding the spelling of IE or EI, it can be tricky. First, we have the I before E rule. This is a useful guideline. When you use I before E, you can think of examples like achieve, believe, brief, chief, friend, grief, hygiene, peace, priest, and thief. These words follow the rule perfectly. Next, there's the rule that says except after C. This means if there's a C before E, the I before E rule doesn't apply. For example, in words like ceiling, conceit, conceive, deceit, deceive, perceive, receipt, and receive, the E comes after the C. Finally, we have the words that sound like A, as in AY. In these cases, the spelling changes a bit. You'll find this in words like beige, faint, freight, neighbor, sleigh, vain, and wait. They sound a bit different from our other examples, but they all share the long E sound. However, there are some common exceptions to these rules, including either, neither, caffeine, counterfeit, foreign, for feet, height, leisure, protein, there, weird, and seize. Now, to put your skills to the test, let's practice with some tongue twisters. These are a fun way to help you get comfortable with the different E sounds. Try saying these 3 times in a row. Ready? Eager Edna expertly edits every elegant evening's email. Next, Betsy's best friends bet on the best bread and beans by the beach. Here comes the longest one. 3 cheerful bees breeze through the trees, seeking sweet peaches and cream. That's difficult. These tongue twisters can really help you master those vowel sounds. Keep practicing and you'll see improvement in no time. Wow, we've covered a lot about the long and short E sounds. I hope you found the pronunciation tips and tongue twisters helpful in improving your speaking skills. In our next video, we'll be focusing on the vowel I and all its sounds. We'll look at how to pronounce each and give you plenty of practice to help you sound more fluent. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Easy-Peasy English so you won't miss the upcoming lessons. Feel free to leave any questions or comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching and see you next time for more pronunciation tips. Happy practicing!